Nice. An ingredient profile I can talk a little bit about. Like I don't already talk too much.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
What's happening, guys? Hope your day's going well. Today we're going to review Shifted Supps Recovery. We're going to go over the ingredients so you know what you put in your body. We'll go over the effects on this bad boy. First and foremost, let's get the flavor out of the way. Tropical berry. It is okay. So they tried to be as clean as they could on the profile here, although I think they have some Ace K in here. They tried to make this super clean, and it doesn't have like hardly no carbs, no sugars, stuff like that. So the flavor on this thing is one of those clean type flavors. So you taste the tropical berry there, but you also taste at the same time, and it's not like the tropical berry macid, but you taste not necessarily the ingredients, but the chalkiness of the ingredients. That's just my take, just being honest with you guys. It's not horrible. Does it make you gag? I would consider this just on the borderline of being good, but nothing above good. So jumping right into this, we'll get the ingredient profile out of the way, then we'll talk about the effects on this thing. Interesting profile. So I'll put the ingredient profile right in front of me. We've got 1 scoop, 23.1 grams, 20 servings. And just so you know, 1 packed fat level scoop is about 25 grams. So it's a little off, but it's a recovery formula. Just scoop in there, flat level it with your finger, and just throw it in your cup there. You're gonna be fine with it. We got 80 calories. I don't say 0 calories. We got 80 calories, 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, 0 carbs, no 1 carb. Going too fast here. 0 fiber, 0 sugars. We have 18 grams of protein in this recovery formula here, and we got 5 milligrams of sodium. So pretty clean as far as throwing it in right after a training session there. And we got whey protein isolate 10 grams combined with 10 grams of essential amino acids. Now, this is interesting. So I have read, and I'm glad that somebody's coming out with this. I give it up to Shifted. I have read Jorn Tremlin's research to where he put amino acids with low amounts of whey protein, getting a spike of higher amounts of whey protein. And this particular profile reminds me of a study that I read that they used, I don't think it was 10 grams and 10 grams. It was more like 3 grams and 3 grams and 6 grams and 6 grams of the combination of EAs and whey. And they compared it to, I think it was supposed to be a recovery formula. I think it was Gatorade that listed it had 20 grams of protein, but it actually was only yielding about 17 or 18. And they compared those combinations to the recovery formula, and muscle protein synthesis spikes were 3 to 6 fold greater on the combinations from the low combination to the high combination. So it's telling you don't really need a large amount of whey protein, and you can throw some essential amino acids with it. Now keep in mind, I've been reading research and studies on all this stuff here. Leucine is the main driver for muscle protein synthesis, but if you're taking whey protein and you just throw leucine on it, it will help a spike. It will increase a spike in like 20 grams of whey protein, but it's short-lived with leucine alone. And then if you throw the other 2 branching amino acids into that formulation, it allows it to go a little bit longer. And then if you throw more essential amino acids into that formulation, then it goes to a 3 to 4 hour spike like a normal protein shake, like just all the amino acids like whey protein. So just in case you're thinking about like going into calorie deficits and trying to maintain muscle protein synthesis for that 3 to 4 hour mark, you want EAAs to be combined with your whey proteins. I hope that made sense to you guys. Hope I delivered that information well. So moving on here. So we got all the essential amino acids, and then we have Cherry Pure at 500 milligrams. So Cherry Pure is a fantastic recovery type formula. But you have to keep in mind that it has antioxidants in it. It's got a powerful antioxidant. Anthocyanins is what it is. It's not the most powerful one, but it's a powerful antioxidant here, and it helps with free radical scavenging as far as to reduce ROS and reduce free radical damage. And ROS, I always talk about ROS, but we don't explain what ROS is. ROS is reactive oxidative species. And what happens during training is we are metabolizing carbohydrates. And as the carbohydrates, the glucose is being sucked into the cell, broken down, increasing ATP production as it goes through the Krebs cycle. It goes through the electron channel. When the ATP is broken down into ADP and that energy is released, there are oxygen byproducts that come from that. And those oxygen byproducts collect electrons. And some of those come out with unbalanced, unpaired electrons, which makes them superoxides or peroxide. And these are free radicals. And they can cause a lot of harm if they build up in the body. There's no way to avoid this. If you're training really hard, this is going to happen. Now, N-acetylcysteines have been shown to lower the amount of these reactive oxidation species in the blood for health-wise. Because if this builds up and your antioxidant balance and your free radical balance really goes off kilter to where you have too many free radicals and you don't have enough antioxidants, it can cause damage in the body. It can cause a disease. It can cause the malfunction of organs. It can destroy proteins. It can destroy lipids. So you get the picture, then falling down to destroying cells. So this is something you want to keep in check. But then there are some downsides to the antioxidants after training. So this is all just kind of information here. And of course, we're doing a supplement review and I'm not diving into this, but the amount of ROS with a single antioxidant, I don't believe is going to affect your muscle building effects as far as a big, gigantic antioxidant effect to slow down your process of building muscle. That's just my 2 cents. So I think tart cherry is fine to be taken after training. You can take it before bed because it has tryptophan in it. It has melatonin in it. So it helps with sleep. It helps with your circadian rhythms. Not a large amount, but it does. So a lot of people take it before bed. It has vitamin C and it has quercetin in it, which are fantastic for uric acid. So uric acid is an antioxidant in our body as well. It's a natural performing antioxidant. The body produces a lot of natural antioxidants to keep the balance because it doesn't want that free radical and oxidative stress to get too high to where, it gets out of control. So it produces its own antioxidants, and uric acid is one. But uric acid, if it gets too high, it can accumulate in the joints, crystallize, and it could cause gout and other kind of joint problems, popping, snapping. It can cause inflammation, all kinds of different things. So vitamin C and quercetin actually control uric acid, and vitamin C helps with the secretion of uric acid through the urine, and quercetin blocks an enzyme that literally produces uric acid from changing the purines in the body that are byproducts of metabolic processes into uric acid. So all in all, as far as a training recovery ingredient, I think they did a good job, made a good choice of having tart cherry in their product here. And 500 milligrams is actually a decent dose. I've seen dosages at about 1,000, but 500 milligrams is a decent dose for after training. So you're just kind of like controlling things afterwards. It's just my 2 cents. I hope you guys can appreciate that. Then we have some estrogen at 25 milligrams. This is the bring it all together in the digestive system. So this thing all digests well and all this stuff gets in your body. So shifted recovery. How did it do? It did fine. So what are you going to get? What can you expect off of this? You're going to get a nice muscle protein synthesis spike right after training if you're using this for recovery. And you're going to get some inflammation benefits from it. And you're going to get some uric acid decreasing and elimination benefits, which is going to help with your overall health. I took this for 5 days, so I didn't take the whole thing because I have other supplements I got to review, but I've taken it for about 5 days. Is this something I'm going to continue to take? Personally, I do well with just whey protein or food afterwards. Lately, I've been just having, 1 whole egg and 3 egg whites and 2 to 4 ounces of avocado after my training because it's that season where we're trying to lose weight and keeping the carb count down. But this would suffice for either stacking it with a whey protein, if you can take that much, can I say, liquid nutrition all at once, or just by itself if you're on the run. I can honestly say this. There's a ton of studies for tart cherry extract as far as recovery, endurance, all kinds of different things. There's studies out there all over the place that it does provide those benefits. Personally, only 5 days of taking this, I didn't notice a big thing. I am a type 1 diabetic, for those that don't know, and I go through aches and pains. I'm always inflamed. I'm telling you right now, I'm always inflamed. And I take antioxidants already. I'm working with a biochemist right now, and he suggests to separate the antioxidant intake throughout the day to control the antioxidants, not in large quantities, but in smaller quantities, instead of dosing antioxidants like boom in the morning, but kind of dosing little amounts of antioxidants through the day. So, for instance, if you want to use tart cherry and you're going to use 500 milligrams a day and you want to control the antioxidant impact of ROS or something like that throughout the day, he would suggest taking, 100 milligrams 3 to 4 times a day of tart cherry extract instead of a whopping dose. But that's for me. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and it's just information out there for diabetics in general if they're trying to control their oxidative stress, which is a big thing that can damage us as diabetics over time. So I hope this review helped. I tried to throw in as much information as I can without being as too detailed as I can, but detailed enough to where you guys can understand. I really do hope it came across well. I won't know until I go back and try to put this thing together and break it up and dial it down for you guys. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. If you guys do have any questions on what we just talked about and I didn't get in the details that you want to know about, leave a comment down below. I'll try to do my best to answer it. So once again, shifted recovery. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'm going to get off with the rest of my day, and we'll see you guys next time on the channel.